Hello fellow fishermen, Dave Ricketts here from Green Assassin Fishing Team, coming at you with an unboxing from my lure builder, Don Nelson from Bass-Hawg Baits. So let's get right into it. And then I'm going to follow up with something exciting. I want to put a challenge out there to anybody in my fishing network, fishing circle. So I'll discuss that in a minute, but let's first start by some of the cool things that just came out from Bass-Hawg Baits. All right, Green Assassin Fishing Team represent, and Bass-Hawg Baits. Don Nelson out of Billings, Montana. You can reach him at Facebook, Bass-Hawg Baits, or you can email him at basshawgbaits@aol.com. And of course, he also has his contact number. He'd be more than happy to talk to anybody about what you may want. But let's get right to the new stuff. Don Nelson has represented a lure designed by Dakota Foy. He's a young fisherman out of North Carolina who is trying to get his name in the game. And Dakota Foy, upon order and speaking with Don Nelson, had a vision of a North Carolina Tar Heel colored jig, and Don Nelson of Bass-Hawg Baits brought it to reality. It is definitely a thing of beauty. 3D eyes, a two-tone paint, the blue over white with the white weedless skirt, and a big 5/0 hook. You'll find under the skirt, I don't know if I can get it, but there's your, if you want to put like a little rattler or something on there, it's got the extra keeper molded right in the lead. Just a fantastic piece. This one here is in the 3/8 ounce. Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful jig. Now, I use Bass-Hawg Baits jigs myself. The Green Assassin line is handmade by Don Nelson of Bass-Hawg Baits for my Green Assassin themed lures. And I'm going to tell you something. When these lures are in the water, they're angelic. I don't know what to say. They're the way they poof, the way they respond. You see it here on the table, and there's no buoyancy. There's no water to help this. He uses the finest products, ties with precision, hand-painted, 3D recessed eyes, big 5/0 hook. Just a beautiful piece. This is the Tar Heel finesse jig, weedless. This one's in 3/8 ounce. It's available in almost all ounce sizes, I believe, from 1/8 porky all the way up to the bigger, maybe 5/8, 3/4, 1 ounce. I'm not positive how far Don and Dakota have discussed taking this, but ultimately, tell me that this thing isn't going to represent a spring or a fall shad. Just a beautiful piece. Dakota had a great vision, and Don had the ability to bring that vision to reality. Beautiful. Tar Heel, by name. It's a finesse jig from Bass-Hawg Baits. Be sure to get yours. Get it ordered. This is beautiful. Let's move on. Now, the next lure I'm going to show you, I'm going to be a little selfish. This is a Green Assassin line lure. This is a 1/8 ounce porky. It's in the custom green Assassin with the yellow 3D eyes, hand poured, hand painted, chip resistant paint, hand tied. Look at the puff on this thing. That thing is just a little puff. And you see the hook back here sticking right inside of there, just almost totally invisible. Now let me tell you something about this. This, the 1/16, this one here's the 1/8 ounce. It's the only one I buy, but can be made in a 1/16 ounce or whatever. This is a Green Assassin porky. Porky being the trademark name from Bass-Hawg Baits, Green Assassin colors to represent my team. Just like Dakota, Don brought my imagination to reality. I wanted to come up with a lure that looked like a springtime frog flopping in at all times. I wanted the blue over green. The lighting in my house doesn't do it any justice. This is a nice chartreuse green, and it's a solid royal blue on top. It's not the blue black flake. You're not going to find this anywhere else. We made this unique for my team because we didn't want somebody to go to the store and say, hey, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It may look the same, it may come close, but let me tell you something, people. To those that aren't familiar in the lure world, what you get when you get a guy like I have in Don Nelson at Bass-Hawg Baits, you get somebody who has 40 plus years of understanding how to make lures. The blue on this lure is 100% living rubber. It wants to float. The green on this lure, which you'll find on the bellies of all my Green Assassins, are 100% silicone. They want to sag. Whether your eye sees it or not, because of this blue living rubber wanting to float, this lure will actually descend at a slower rate, staying in a bass's face or a crappie's face longer. And that's essential sometimes. If you get a lazy fish or something, maybe he's already had a meal, he doesn't feel like fighting, he might just be up for playing a game if you drop it in and this thing has a slower descent. I mean, any jig can flop right to the bottom. But when you have a jig that wants to try to surface at the same time it's going down, like I said, you may not see it to your eye, but because that blue wants to float, it has to slow down the descent. This is the 1/8 ounce Green Assassin Porky. Available at Instagram, Green Assassin Fishing Team, all lowercase, one word. Also available at Bass-Hawg Baits. Order the Green Assassin by name. Don Nelson makes them all by hand. So, yeah, let's move on. Let's dress this guy up. I'm going to show you guys something that makes this thing pop. Let's get the magic on him right now. It comes from this here. This little, well, it's probably 2 inches in total length stretched out. It's about 1.5 inches to the curl. It's a chartreuse transparent metallic flake twist tail grub. You can find them anywhere. That's not where the magic happens. The magic happens when it's paired with a Green Assassin jig. Look at that. That thing looks like it was born that way, and I'm telling you, just a beautiful, beautiful piece. And like I said, I apologize for the lighting. I'm not in a studio. This thing just absolutely looks fantastic. And those big 3D eyes, when you pull this, they just stand right out. They glisten and glare. So, yeah, that's it. There's more lures. I actually have 7 in total to the Green Assassin line. I have this 1/8 ounce Porky. I have 3 of the finesse jigs, weedless, from 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 ounce, all with the Green Assassin colors, Green Assassin custom painted head. And then I also have 2 spinner baits, a 1/4 ounce and a 1/2 ounce, all dressed in Green Assassin. And then I have a buzz bait that I call the Ballistic Buzz, also handmade at Bass-Hawg Baits by Don Nelson. It's a 1/2 ounce jig head, Green Assassin skirt, elongated hook off the back, and the propeller on it is backed with a small steel ball right at the end. And I'm telling you, this thing has a chatter. It just sounds fantastic. It's got its own little bit of a and I'm telling you, it's screaming for bass underwater. And it's not a shallow, it's not a deep diver. It's quite shallow. If you troll fast enough, it can be a surface runner. But the beauty is, if this thing was to descend 1 foot to 2 foot below water, that design of that rudder or blade to that ball in the back, that little chatter, it sounds better than a rattle trap. So that being said, let's move on to the last thing I bought, was this pack of lures. Now this pack, or I'm sorry, this pack of trailers. This pack of trailers I bought for two reasons. One reason in particular was I thought that this trailer at first, when I wanted to get the Tar Heel, was I thought that this trailer was just going to look phenomenal coming out from underneath that that light blue over white, that artificial shad that I'm looking at. This is really going to be a great looking color. Now, here's the second thing. 3-inch plug to twist tail trailer. I'm encouraging anybody to go to Bass-Hawg Baits right here. Order yours from him. Use promo code 1022BCA for breast cancer awareness. I'm challenging all my fisherman friends through the month of October. Start now. I don't care. It's a gentleman's challenge. There's no organizer, no nothing. Order these trailers. Put these trailers on your favorite jigs or whatever, wherever you like to use trailers. Rig them Texas, rig them Carolina, just throw them in the water. If you bring a fish up on one of these pink lures, from the time you receive it through the month of October, I'm challenging all fishermen, all anglers, male, female, child, and adult, put $1 aside for each fish you land using the pink trailer to do our part to help with breast cancer awareness. If we get enough anglers to send in, if you're a really good fisherman and you think you can catch 100 on it, imagine that. But for the most fishermen, people like myself, I'll probably be spending $5 or $6. But at the same time, I just believe in my heart that if so many others do it, every dollar counts. Every penny counts. So get over to Don Nelson at Bass-Hawg Baits. Get yours now. The promo price is also incredible. You're going to get a 6-pack of these lures for $1.20. And then wherever you live, his shipping and handling will apply after that. And while you're there, check out some other things. Check out what Don Nelson has to offer. Go to Bass-Hawg Baits on YouTube and just look at his line cards at the stuff that he makes. You want something special for your team colors? Don will make it. If Don has something already in his arsenal that you think you could have a edge up on, order it from Don. I'm not trying to send Don a bunch of extra sales, but I'm encouraging all my fisherman friends to take an interest in what I'm telling you. You want to know why 100 people join tournaments and it's always the same 10 in the end? It's because they've got a guy. There's no reason you can't have a guy too. When you get Don Nelson, you get handcrafted items made by Don in his place, sent to you, speedy too. I mean, for a guy that's sitting there doing all these by hand, I think I ordered these on Thursday, and today's Monday. They showed up already. I probably would have had them sooner if the weekend wasn't involved. That's just, he made these starting Thursday. So, yeah, check him out. Go to Don Nelson on Facebook, Bass-Hawg Baits. Scroll through his stuff. Find something you like. But most of all, get over there. Promo code 1022BCA. Breast cancer awareness. Get your pack of these pink trailers in your tackle box. Throw one on every now and then. Whether you think it's the right thing for the day or not, give it a try. Every fish that you can pull out that had this trailer in its lip, put $1 aside. And at the end of October, send that $1 off. Send 2, send 10, whatever you scored on. And hey, every now and then, if you want, you can take a picture with your fish with this. You could send it over to me at Instagram, all lowercase, Green Assassin Fishing Team, all one word. Just send it to me in the messages box. Or you can send it to Dakota Foy, who you can find on Facebook, or you can find him on Instagram also, but I'll try to put any links I can at the bottom of this video once I'm finished. Till then, tight lines. Thanks for viewing.